We knew right away this wedding wasn't going to be boring. At the top of the aisle, there was a big sign that read, "Take a shot and take a seat." About 7 years ago, my husband and I had just moved into our new house. On weekends, we picked up part-time jobs at a local wedding venue. Easy money and something for me to do while my husband worked shifts at his full-time job. At that point, I had already been in the wedding industry for a while, teaching couples their first dances and coordinating a few weddings for friends. So working at a venue felt pretty natural. At this wedding, this one is always the story I tell because you just can't make this stuff up. The day started out like any other. Staff arrived, we set up, and everything was on schedule. The ceremony was supposed to be outside, but because of rain, we had to move it under the covered reception area. The guest list was about 120 people. Pretty standard for that venue. As we were setting up, we noticed a big bag of Fireball shots next to the sign that said, "Take a shot and take a seat." The bride and groom wanted every guest to grab one before the ceremony began. So this is a party. They want to start the party off early.
Wow.
I also love that this is a wedding vendor story because we don't get a ton of them. It's normally like the bride or
Oh.
a bridesmaid. So this is like a cool, different perspective. Okay, it says, as we worked, one guest caught our attention. He wore bright coral pants and a loud floral shirt. For the sake of the story, let's call him Derek. Derek showed up nearly 2 hours early and went straight to the bar asking for a drink. Now, the venue policy was no drinks until cocktail hour, so we politely told him no. But Derek did not like that answer. He marched off to find the groom and somehow convinced the wedding party to give us permission to serve him early. Not exactly standard protocol, but when the couple says yes, you follow their wishes. I'm wondering if they have standard protocol because of people like this. So I'm like, how did that guy convince them to change that? It's probably not a good idea.
As a former wedding vendor, I question that honestly, because those insurance contracts, like there's no way if that guy fell down the stairs or something, they wouldn't be like, well, protocol, it changes. Like, no.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, those are in place for
I'm
a reason.
I'm just questioning this venue at this point because, yeah, with the insurance stuff, they're very regimented legally. I've certainly never heard of that, but
Yeah.
what up with this venue? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it says by picture time, we noticed the groom was already intoxicated. So now the groom is
Oh,
already drunk. So this
oh
Derek
my
guy's
God.
drunk, the groom is drunk because they have shots everywhere. The ceremony was at 4 p.m., and when guests arrived, sure enough, they each grabbed a fireball shot before taking their seats. The ceremony went on, but the bride looked clearly irritated that her groom was already drunk. Well, yeah, I want to know whose idea it
Mhm.
was to have the shots at the wedding. You know, like,
Is water wet? You know what? Like, what did you expect? Like, ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
yeah.
What
I
a nightmare for a venue. Oh my gosh.
Right. Afterward, we flipped the space for the reception. At this point, the bar officially opened. Derek made a big deal about how he could finally drink now that we weren't holding out on him. Dinner was served, dances were danced, speeches were made, and you could already tell the group was sloppy, getting sloppy fast. See, that's just a problem. Like I get wanting to have a party and have fun, but when you already know people have drinking problems or can't control their liquor, and then you hand out shots before the wedding, before pictures, it's like people are not going to make it to the end of the night. Like,
Um,
not going to be good.
I feel like a lot of venues have no hard liquor policies because of this, right? Because accidents happen and people get super drunk and there's drama, or at least like the venue has to serve it, I think. So, again, questioning this venue a little bit, like, why are they allowing this?
Yeah. Why are they allowing this and then breaking the rules? And again, I really want to know whose idea it was to do the shots because it sounds to me like the groom maybe has some kind of drinking problem, but like, why would the bride agree to having shots? Or maybe he's like, oh, I'll be fine. Like, don't worry. And it's like, will you? Will you be okay?
I mean, even my venue, I was shocked because we had a no hard liquor policy. I think because it's like Napa, Sonoma. I'm not sure if that's the whole area, but our venue did. And people snuck in canteens and they snuck in vodka and stuff. And I was like, how much are these people drinking?
My
Like,
God.
why do they need this? You know what I mean? And it's something I hear at every wedding. And It's true. It's like you can't rely on the fact that people are going to be 100% sober. Like it's a huge issue in this country, obviously, but it's crazy how even on your wedding day, you do have to think of stuff like that, like all the logistics.
Yeah. I know. So you can't control what everyone drinks before the wedding. You would just hope people that are in the wedding, especially your groom, is like, okay, I'm gonna wait to drink until after
What?
to like dancing. But yeah.
What
Okay.
is there? Oh my God. I just
Okay. It says, then came cake cutting. The groom was so intoxicated that he couldn't stand on his own. Oh my gosh. He can't even
what a
stand up for the
nightmare.
cake cutting.
Oh
I would
my
be really
gosh.
questioning marrying this person right now.
And isn't the cake cutting, I mean, I guess it depends on the wedding, but before or after the first dance? Because was he
Right.
able to do his first dance?
I know. I feel like it's typically when you first walk out. Sometimes it's right before dances, but either way, yeah. How's he gonna? He's not gonna be
Oh,
doing that.
what a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. The venue owner had to literally hold him upright just to get one decent photo and a slice of cake. The venue owner is holding him
Oh
up.
my God.
The bride, she broke down crying and ran off. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. That is like, it makes me wonder too, like what signs were there ahead of time? Did she know he had some kind of drinking problem or like were his groomsmen like the culprits and they were, I mean, obviously no one can like make you, but were they like bringing shots in and just like pouring like
Mhm.
doubles? Like it makes me really wonder.
Oh, that's awful. I still like for anyone who listening who hasn't worked in the wedding industry, like the venue is liable if anything happens to the couple on site. And especially if people are driving drunk, there's investigations that go into that stuff. And if they can track that it happens at the venue can be in huge trouble, right? So that is really concerning me. Again, third time I'm questioning this venue because what do you mean the venue holder is like owners holding him up, right? Like, why are we not calling paramedics so we don't get sued? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, there is a lot of liability that you have to think about, I feel like, as a venue. Yeah, I don't know. It says not long after, a little boy, maybe 6 or 7, walked up to the bar and asked for a beer. For who? We asked. For my dad. He's the groom. So now he's sending his
What?
child to the bar to get alcohol for him.
Oh my God. Why are they still serving?
Why is the wedding still going on? Is he just like passed out somewhere? This is
Oh
wild.
my God. Where is this?
We need more details. We
This is
told him we
nuts.
couldn't serve minors. The boy walked away, went back to his dad, and then the groom stormed over, yelling that we wouldn't give his son a beer. In what world do you live in where you can just have your son walk to the bar and get a beer for you? We explained we can't serve anyone underage no matter the situation. And he said, well, he gets beers for me at home all the time, then grabbed his own drink and walked away. All of the staff just looked at each other like, did that just really happen? This guy sounds a real piece of work.
This poor staff. Hopefully, this gives people some grace for wedding vendors and what they go through because this is unfortunately not uncommon.
Hmm.
Yikes. Oh no.
Okay, then she goes, and then there was Derek. At one point, we saw him crawling around on the dance floor. Why? His glass eye had popped out.
I'm so. Where do you live? Where is this? What the hell?
It says
Why? Why does he have a glass eye? I hope this man's okay.
he's just drunk, crawling around on the floor looking for his eye.
God.
It says he
God.
picked it up, rinsed it off, and popped it right back in.
And
Uh,
carried on with a fireball. I love it.
yeah.
Priorities are straight for this man, clearly.
Later, he climbed onto a chair, stroking the linens hanging from the ceiling, lantern in one hand, swaying like he was in his own private concert. Why is no one stopping him?
And where is his wife? She has stormed off. Why are we not looking for her?
No, this is the Derek guy, the guest.
Oh my God. Wait. I thought that, okay, that makes sense. Who are these people need to be studied? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
By the end of the night, as he staggered out to his car, why are people just watching him drive to his car? Someone noticed he had lost the glass eye again, this time in the horse pasture next to the venue. That sentence is very troubling to me because it sounds like he drove himself home and presumably
And
with one eye, drunk and with one eye.
with one eye, I'm drunk. You know what? This venue needs to be shut down immediately. Immediately. You
Yeah.
guys are our wedding vendors watching this go down, not calling the police.
Yeah.
What's going on?
All these drunk people getting into their cars. Like, come on, what are we doing here? She said, the next day, I have no idea what happened. I never saw Derek again and never saw the couple again either. But let's just say when you work weddings, you really do see it all, the good, the bad, and the downright unbelievable. And this wedding was definitely one for the books.
I
I
have no
cannot.
words. That sounds
Alcohol
like
is
a
a big
nightmare.
problem at weddings, but this just sounds like people like this ruin it for everybody else. This poor bride ran away
Mhm.
crying. We don't know what happened to her. Are her and the groom still together? Beats me. I couldn't be with someone after that.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have no words. I would like an update on this one if you can find one. Maybe if you're a vendor, try to access the records.
Okay, this will be my hope. We're gonna read this story. The story's gonna come out. The bride is gonna hear the story and she's gonna be like, that's about me. I need to write
Yeah.
my perspective, or maybe a bridesmaid, so it's not like directly, and then we can get a full update.
I
So
mean, the glass eye. I
TikTok,
was
do
there.
your thing.
Who could forget the glass eye and the horse pasture? Wow.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I feel like those are some good clues. So people that are listening, I mean, people find everyone on TikTok, right? I mean, they find the Coldplay couple, they find, you know?
Go,
So people can
yeah.
find the
Go
glass eye
down.
guy. Maybe he will reach out to
Yeah.
us. Let us know that you're
Oh,
alive and well.
and maybe stop drinking and driving with
Yeah.
a glass eye, you know?
I'm gonna hope maybe
Look
he
out
was
for others,
walking.
if not.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope he was just walking to his car to get like an overnight bag and then get into Uber or something. I'm just gonna hope that was the
Me
case.
too.
Yes, we're gonna
We
hope
need
for
to
that.
stay positive.
Yes.